Hi guys, this is the stair number 4, roof access on the 12th floor of Rio. I'm sorry about my voice. The Rio Resort could be a fantastic place, great rooms, but I think it's turned into a real I don't want to use any words that might be offensive, but it's turned into a disappointing resort, and this is the proof. This is what you get. There are people coming in and out of floors. These are the exits that are open. They are not really safety exits or fire exits that you can just come out of. These are just, there you go. And this is an example, so I'll just show you. You just open and you go back in. And people, what do they smoke? People that are not assigned to smoking floors, they come to non-smoking floors and they smoke, and the smoke goes everywhere, especially where there's a vent. And the vent blows it into the corridor. Now, there's a lot more, there are many more problems than that. And I'll show you I'll talk to you about it as I keep showing you. And the problems are that they're actually, none of these floors are clearly designed or designated rather as smoking or non-smoking floors. And therefore, both from what we were told and from what you can gather, clearly smokers don't really know which floors are which. Some of them clearly don't care, but some of them just don't have a clue where they are. There are no non-smoking signs anywhere. So when you are assigned theoretically a non-smoking room, there is no reason to believe that you actually have been assigned to a non-smoking room or a non-smoking corridor, because there are no such signs inside or outside, and just outside these corridors you get this, and these are, don't know if they're cleaned every day or not, but this is what happens, and there are no signs anywhere to guide guests to do otherwise. So we just go straight into that, and there are vents blowing the result into the corridors, and if you actually are at the end of the corridors, you will be subjected to quite a lot of smoke, especially. And then of course it's a luck of the draw, even if you're not assigned to the end of the corridor, because you never know. There could be people smoking next door to you. There are adjoining rooms, as I showed you on the other videos, and those adjoining rooms could just blow smoke one into the other. And I think, having clearly designed floors and rooms might be a good help. Now I'm walking down to the 9th floor, and here it is again. It's not as awful as floor 12, but it's not good either. You can either assume that nothing gets ever cleaned, or that this is a repeated problem. I think it would be resolved if there was a little bit of effort into, as I said, assigning or designating clearly marked smoking and non-smoking floors. I think people can read. But this is not the case. I don't know why. I don't want to speculate. I've got my suspicion, but it's up to you to draw your conclusion. So if you are a non-smoker and you are particularly affected by smoke, and you are coming, any time really, but of course high traffic times, really, even if the low budget, the fact that it's really cheap, I would try and avoid this type of resort, and perhaps look into and find out what the smoking and non-smoking policies of the resorts you're considering are. But have it in writing if you can, because otherwise resorts that are not too much into customer care may just fob you off when you have a problem, if you have a problem. So we know people that have been fobbed off at this particular resort, for example. So you really need to find out, if you're coming for 2 days and you don't care, you're a non-smoker, but you're not particularly allergic or not irritated, you don't have kids, and you're not, susceptible to sore throats and so forth, then I guess it won't matter. But if you are unlucky and you are next to a smoker who's smoking in the room because they don't know anything else, they don't know otherwise, it's not even their fault, because they don't know that they shouldn't, then it might actually ruin your stay. So watch out. How nice of these guests to gather all the cigarettes together in one glass. I'm being ironic, but you know what I mean. It's just, I'm not here, this is not a crusade against smokers. Everybody has their own addiction and vices and weaknesses, but it's just about perhaps the lack of knowledge and the lack of, as I say, clearly designated and marked, rather, smoking and non-smoking floors. I mean, I'll show you when we get to the various entrances into the elevators or exits from the elevators. There are no marks, there's no indication of anything. I mean, how is somebody supposed to know? So if you're a smoker and you're addicted, there are no signs, you smoke. What else can you do? See, like vents like this one will blow the smoke into the corridors. We've had this problem and we had to change rooms several times. And I can smell it right now, even if there's nobody smoking. I mean, it's just everywhere. I don't think I need to enlarge or go any closer or focus on the various cigarettes. It's pretty clear. And it's just perpetual. It's a never-ending situation. Here, this in particular, it's not as bad as some other floors that I showed you, but I mean, it smells awful, and obviously this is a fresh smoking occurrence. I mean, what it seemed to us is that nobody really cares, and I'm talking about management here. Now, this is not a crusade against this resort. I think I just want you to be aware of what you might get into if you're lured by the low prices of this resort. And the prices are low. I mean, we ourselves have been comped, so great, right? But I mean, at the same time, if you are breathing smoke all night long, the next day, you're not going to actually have a great time. So bear that in mind, especially if you have kids and you care about your kids smoking or breathing secondary smoke, But even if you don't, and you care about your health, or you're particularly susceptible. If you're a smoker, you might read this differently. You might decide this is the place for you, So it kind of goes both ways. And my father is the heaviest smoker that one could ever find, so I don't have any particular prejudice against smokers, but I think both sides should know what they're getting into. Some people might be happier than others. See? But there's really no need. I mean, it's everywhere, it's all the time, it's omnipresent, it's on every floor. And as you open, you will see that some cigarettes haven't even, they're even put out inside, I'll show you. As you can see, no signs whatsoever of non-smoking. No signs anywhere. There are some resorts, many, that have clear signs of whether you can or cannot smoke on designated floors, but here, no signs. I'm going on to 4, and there are no signs that this is a non-smoking floor, if it is. We don't know. Nobody knows. That's it. Otherwise, you're in my picture. There you go. Thank you. So as you can see, no signs anywhere that it's a non-smoking floor. But funny enough, in the elevator, there is a sign that says no smoking in the elevator. Perhaps because, and I don't know, I'm just guessing here, some of you already know better than me, perhaps it's because it's a law that you have to, or it's for a fire hazard, security, safety issues. No sign whatsoever. I can do the whole set of floors and you will not know what kind of floor you're in with regards to smoking or non-smoking. So one can only deduce and I'm deducing here, it's my own opinion and conjecture, that there is no clear policy within this resort about smoking and non-smoking. And obviously, the end result of that is that if you're a non-smoker and you're susceptible to smoke, you are going to be drawing the short end of the stick, so to speak. Nothing. We can continue forever. Now, I don't want to be boring and repetitive, but I don't want you to think that I'm only showing you what I want to show you. So there you go, another 12th floor. No sign of any kind. If you can or cannot smoke. Now this is the 13th floor, and it doesn't have the sign 13th floor for reasons. There are, some people are afraid of the 13th floor, but this is supposedly, from what I heard, a smoking floor, but there are no signs either way. 14th floor, 15th floor, some garbage there, 16th floor, and counting. Now, before you guys think that I'm occupying the elevator when other people need it, don't worry, because this is actually really, really, really late at night. It's in the early hours of the morning. There's nobody around. So I'm not occupying an elevator that should be and could be used by other people. So that's it. I'm just now going to walk through the same floor that I showed you at the beginning of our Rio experience, and just to recap, just to show you, so that you know that it is that floor. It's such a shame, guys, such a shame. This could be such a great resort. The big, large rooms and I mean, the huge rooms to begin with. It could be such a great resort, and it's just really run down. So bear that in mind. And the other issues that we pointed out inside the rooms on our other videos. And the decision is yours. It is incredibly cheap, I understand. But if you're a smoker, or if you like to sleep in a really nice place, then maybe this place is not for you. But you can read the website and you can decide for yourselves. I am whispering because it's very late. Bye-bye.